RV friends, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'll explain in just a second. Hey there, Dr. Dave, the RV Dummy. I put out a video yesterday, said that I was pissed, and I was really pissed because as positive as I tried to be, I had a few people that came on and said that I'm negative, I'm all about doom and gloom, and they don't like my message. But I will tell you this, after this video I put out yesterday, I had an outpouring of love and incredibly positive comments from so many of you. It made my day more than you would ever believe. And I'm here to say thank you so much for telling me. Because I never, when you do these videos, you never really know how many people are truly watching and getting the message. Of course, I see how many people are viewing or how many people are subscribing, but that doesn't really tell the whole picture. But the outpouring of love yesterday meant more to me than you will ever know. And including the gentleman that made the comment, it's all good. He reached out to me and there's no problem between me and him. I realize that sometimes people are watching a video and they want to see some maybe more positive news. And if they're not seeing such positive news, even if it's the truth, they write a comment and they say, hey, this is gloom and doom and I'm not going to watch you. It's all good. We're good. I want to share some things that are actually even more important than this. More important, deeper, and we're going through a tough time now. There's no question about it. We're in a crisis mode, and it's difficult for everybody. But since we're social distancing, and basically most of us are either in our RVs or at home, not doing anything else, it's a great time for me to kind of get on here and share some things with you that I think you will really be interested in and appreciate. I'm sitting in the back right now of my Class B Pleasureway XLTS rig RV. I love it. It's a wonderful van that Yoko and I just treasure and really, really enjoy. This whole journey with us started I think it's 3 to 4 years ago. I lose track of time, but I know it was in May, so it's close to 3 or maybe 4 years ago where we bought our first RV. And the reason we did this is because we wanted to live a better lifestyle, a more minimalistic lifestyle, a lifestyle that was just simple. Life for us was not just all about accumulating things, spending money, having more things, spending more money. That's not what either of us wanted our life to be about. So we bought our first RV. Subsequently, we had a little problem with it. We had a fire. Many of you saw our old videos, so I'm not even going to go into that. But at the time we bought our first RV, our lives really changed for the better. We felt like we were more in tune with nature. We could make almost anything a backdrop for an evening, our backyard for an evening, or for a week, or for a month, or for as long as we want. We could come and go in our RV. We could stay in our house if we wanted to. We could stay in our RV. Our lives really became much better. And the reason I started this RV Dummy channel is because, I'm a regular guy who basically knew nothing at all, zero about RVs. I was not in that world whatsoever. And we went out and bought this. Not this one, not our first one, which was a leisure travel. And I kind of learned on the fly. And I'm still not even close to an expert. But even though I'm not an expert at RVing, we're enjoying the RV lifestyle every day. And that means whether we're in our RV or whether we're home and it's sitting outside, or even if it's in storage, we're immersing ourselves in the culture. We're meeting other people that are involved with RVing. And our lives have become really, really full, and full is the right word, fulfilled, because of this lifestyle we chose to immerse ourselves in. We met some really good people, and my subscribers here on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, on the RV Dummy channel, it's become a family that I can't even explain how great you all are and how much you mean to me. The outpouring of love from yesterday's video and even in the past, but I'll talk to you about a couple things. I'll keep confidentiality and privacy always been a concern to me. So I won't mention names, but I had a guy who's been following this channel and become a friend of mine reach out to me a few days ago and said, Dave, hey, listen, I've got a tire pressure monitoring system that I don't need. I upgraded mine, but I've got a really good one. I know you don't have one. I'd like to send it to you. And I accepted his gift. I'm not looking for gifts. You don't feel obligated. You don't have to send me anything. But the fact that this guy reached out to me and said, I know it's something that I think you could use. I think it's going to really help you. I'm going to put it in the mail tomorrow, as he did put it in the mail yesterday for me. And so I'll probably be getting it in a few days or so. A gesture like that, this RV family of ours, you won't know how much that meant to me. It's not that I'm getting something that's material. It's the fact that this guy thought so much of me and the channel and Yoko that he wanted to, in a way, make my day better. And when that package arrives, I mean, it's already made my day better, but when that package arrives within the next few days and I install that tire pressure monitoring system on my rig here, I will always think of the outpouring of love that this guy sent to me in the mail in the way of a package, in the way of something like that. I had somebody else reach out to me a few days ago, and this person I know has been struggling. She and her husband have been struggling. He was losing his job. But I reached out to her and I said, hey, how are you doing? I'm thinking about you during these tough times, because everybody's having a tough time. And what she said to me meant so much. She said, Dave, is there anything we can do for you? Now, this is somebody that's really struggling. She and her husband are struggling, and she's reaching out to me and asking me if there's anything she can do for me. Again, that meant so much to me. We have a family here. We have a family who were willing to help each other during good times and during bad times. And this is exactly my vision several years ago when I set up this YouTube channel. My vision exactly, I'm going to have a small little channel here. No, I don't want to be one of those people that has 100,000 followers, because I wouldn't be able to know them. I wouldn't be able to keep track of them. I wouldn't be able to know who they were. It's just a big mass number. But my channel is still small enough that I feel like I know so many of you. Some of you, we've never met in person, but when you send me a comment, I recognize your name. I recognize your name, and I recognize the love that you're giving me, and not only me, but the channel. That is exactly what I envisioned when I started this channel. So the whole thing is coming true. Yeah, I've got a medium-sized YouTube channel. It's not a small one, but it's also not a large one. I don't get tens of thousands of views on my videos when they come out, but I get enough to know that people are interested in my message. And like I said yesterday, if I get one subscriber, one view, but I change that person's life on a video, that's the most important thing to me. My life has gone through some craziness over many decades. Craziness. My original marriage, I had two beautiful kids that came out of that marriage, but we grew apart, and it wasn't, I didn't feel that it was a good situation that I was in. So back in early 2000, 2001, right in that range, I divorced my first wife after a long marriage, 20 plus year marriage. We got divorced, and it was very difficult. I went through a lot of anxiety, depression, not knowing what direction my life would go in. It was real tough, real tough. But I hung in there, I persevered. I realized that at some point my life would have to get better. A few years later, I met Yoko. We've been together ever since. We're perfect together. Our outlooks on life are perfect. We're not the type of people that are, again, showy in any way. It's not about money. It's not about living in mansions and showing off and driving fancy cars. And that lifestyle has really paid off Yoko and I have been together now, let me think, we met in 2004, so we've been together, that means about 16 years. That lifestyle has paid off. We've lived a modest life. We continue to live a modest life. We're both driving cars that are older cars now. They're not new, flashy cars at all. But what that means is, though, we don't have any payments of any kind. We don't owe anybody any money. And a lot of my friends would not really make fun of me, but say, hey, you guys are living like poor people. Well, we're not living like poor people. We're living a very modest life, but not like poor people at all. We're doing the things that we love to do, and we can afford to do those because we don't have payments. We have not taken out loans for anything. We don't owe anybody any money. So when a difficult situation like this hits, trust me, I feel it. I look at my retirement accounts like anybody else does, and I see that, they've gone down quite a bit, and it's very scary. But it's scary to a point. But when you don't owe creditors money, you can sit back and take a deep breath and say, wow, it's not as bad for us as it could be for other people, because we've chosen to live this modest lifestyle. So when tough times like this hit, it's not easy for anybody, including us. It's not easy to see people around us struggling, but we can at least breathe a sigh of relief saying that our modest lifestyle has really put us in a position where we can weather storms like this easier than many other people, just because we didn't go out on a limb and spend and borrow and live the regular American lifestyle that so many people do. It's paid off, and we're going to be okay. And guess what? You're going to be okay too. You're going to be okay as long as you listen to some basic sound principles that have proven to be true over many years, which simply are: don't live beyond your means. It doesn't matter whether you're 30 years old now, 40, 50, 60, 70, or 80. It doesn't matter. Don't live beyond your means. Live a simple life. Simple lives can be happy lives also. Trust me, in my first marriage, we lived in the large houses. We lived in those mansions or McMansions or whatever you want to call it. We sent our kids to expensive private schools. We drove expensive cars. We joined the club, the swim club, and all that stuff. We did all that. So we hung around the rich people. I shouldn't say the rich people, but people that had money. We hung around all those hot shots. And guess what? It was not necessarily such a fantastic life. My life now, hanging around real people, people that are not show-offs, people that are not braggers, people that are just living modest lives also. It's a better life. It really is a better life. It's raining out there now. The rain is coming down. I'm parked in my RV. Again, it's right outside of our house. I can look around. I'm dry in here. There's no leaks. It's a decent RV. It's not the best one out there. It's not the best in the world. It's a Class B. It's fairly small. But you know something? It's enough. It's plenty for us. We don't need anything huge. I personally don't want to be driving one of those huge rigs down the road. It's not like you're not a bad person if you do that. But sometimes smaller and simpler is just better for me. I've learned that. And my life has been crazy over the years. Not so much lately, but in the past with my original marriage. And I'm not saying anything bad about my ex-wife in any way. She's a wonderful mother to our 2 kids. And I would never say anything bad, but it just got to the point where I felt it wasn't working for me. I wanted a simpler life that was just more full of love and simple things. And now I've got it. And I've got you. If you're still with me, we're 14 minutes into this video now, so I don't know how many of you are still with me. I hope you are, because I'm just trying to explain, after all these thanks that I'm giving to you for being part of this RV family and my YouTube channel family, I'm just trying to explain how much better a simpler life is. I've done it both ways. So it's not like I'm preaching from something that I haven't done. I've done it many different ways. And I'm telling you from my heart, simple simple is so much better. It really is. I kind of wish I could just hang with you longer. I feel like even though we're social distancing right now and you're watching me on video, I still feel a real connection to you. And I feel a connection not only as I'm doing this video, but in the comments that I receive from a video that I do. I feel we're part of each other somehow. It's not like, quantum physics is like, there's energy. Our energy is also felt somewhere else in the universe. That's kind of deep, and I don't even understand it exactly. Quantum physics, I'm not smart enough to understand that. But there's something more out there than just what we're doing. There's something more. There's something more powerful. There's something that the universe is giving to us, sharing with us, whatever. I can't explain it, but I feel it. I really do feel it. So I'm going to get on with my day shortly. I've got some errands to run. We're keeping the van right here for right now, right outside of our house, which again is a very, very simple house in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a house that we're renting. I've been a homeowner for decades. For more than half of my life, I've been a homeowner. And home ownership is great, but when you get to be my age now, there's something about renting that feels really, really good. First of all, you're not responsible for any repairs whatsoever. I'm not responsible for property taxes. There's a lot I'm not responsible for, and I can come and go as I please. And when this lease is over, if we want, we can just pick up and easily move to another area if we want. We love it here, so I don't think we're going to. But when you own a home, there's a lot more responsibility. Yeah, there could be some appreciation. There could be some write-offs if you have a mortgage, but I don't believe in mortgages, so there's no write-off as far as that goes. I like to own things free and clear. And send luck to me, send energy. Our house in Maryland that we're selling, it's on the market. We've got a contract. It should be closing within 2 weeks from now. So that's going to end that chapter of owning a home in Maryland. I'm going to be getting that money hopefully wired into my bank account fairly soon. That'll feel really, really good, especially due to what's going on right now and being uncertain as to how much money you even have because everything's gone down so much. As I'm recording this, the markets are up today, but I think we're still in for some real roller coaster up and down rides over the next few weeks and few months. I think we are. And remember what I said yesterday in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, by the way, watch it. It's the one that starts off, I think it says, RV Friends, I'm really pissed off, or something like that. That was the title of it. Remember what I said. The only people that get hurt during a roller coaster ride are the people that jump off. If you stay the course, don't jump off, we will all ultimately be fine. I can't tell you how long it'll be, but please don't jump off that roller coaster. I think just, if there's any solace from this, just enjoy the roller coaster ride. As crazy as that sounds, just enjoy the ride, because we'll look back several years from now and say that was a really, really tough time we all went through, but we all made it through, and we're better off now than we were then. I think I'll end it like that. I think I've said everything I want to say to you today. The most important thing I wanted to say, and I'll say it again, is thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You made my day. You made my week. You made my year and years, because my exact plans for this RV Dummy YouTube channel has come true. I'm connected with some of the best RVers on this planet, and that means so much to me. I'm Dr. Dave. I will be back with you as needed, probably sooner than later, because, again, you mean a lot to me. I'll talk to you soon. See you later.